Good morning. Welcome to the BAMoT Show. I am Adam Edwards.
This is John Pratt. How are you guys doing?
And today we also have a guest. Sorry. We have a special guest, Lauren Connally. She's with us from the chamber. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Wonderful.
Adam's complaining about the weather.
I am. I'm mad. I am upset that the weather is tricking us again. I remember a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, I hope it's not false fall. And sure enough, it was 87 yesterday, almost 90.
90 degrees in October.
I was looking over my sweaters today in the closet. I was like, man, I want to put a sweater on. Nope. Back to short sleeves.
Adam, you want to tell us a little bit about Small Business Boost Up?
Absolutely. So guess what? We are launching Small Business Boost Up this Thursday. And today we are running a special. If you sign up and pay anytime today, you will get a 1 hour consultation, one-on-one with us, with our team, for free, included in the whole course. It's huge. We're really trying to fill some seats. We have several left. A lot of filled up. The first 10 still come in at $250 for 3 months or each month. And from there, it's 500 after the first 10. I think it's going to be a great coaching program. It's going over foundations of understanding marketing, understanding your goals, your branding, and how to use social media as a sales funnel for your business. And
where can people find the application to jump into Small Business Boost Up?
Yes, go to app.blueanchormarketingoftexas.com/SBBU. That's for Small Business Boost Up. So there you'll see all the information, how to sign up. Go through and we'll send you an email as a welcome. And we also have a private Facebook group for everybody that's joined. That'll be our discussion area. So
Absolutely.
kind of have all the course discussions. And we're starting out 1.5 hours every other week, just to work with everybody's schedule. I know everybody's busy, but we're very adaptable with it. You know, I set out the course syllabus, and I think that some might need a more than just a week, like a 1.5 hour session. So if that comes through, then we'll definitely adapt.
Do you want to tell the viewers about our bonus material for the first 10 seats, what they get?
Which bonus material?
1 hour one-on-one?
Yeah, maybe one of that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
1 hour one-on-one.
It's the weather.
It is the weather. It's a little warm.
Cool. Well, once again, you can go to app.blueanchormarketingoftexas.com/SBBU to find out more information about this. And other than that, we're really excited. We're excited to have you here, Lauren. And I know we've got some really good topics to touch on. Solar eclipse.
Ooh, solar eclipse.
Exciting.
So, real quick, also hit us up on Facebook. My profile page and Blue Anchor Marketing of Texas profile page have a lot of information. I'm always putting stuff out on that. So Small Business Boost Up, just look it up. Blue Anchor Marketing of Texas, Adam Edwards, either one. So solar eclipse.
Yes.
That is happening 2024. And just to start out, I want to throw out a big number. And we kind of talked about it last night. And do you really think that it's kind of lowballing? Like you were thinking we're going to get more than what you were talking?
I do think, just based on other counties our size, 150,000 is what they're projecting.
150,000
Yes.
to Kerrville, guys. Little old Kerrville.
We're going to bring more.
Yeah, we'll bring a lot more. So
absolutely.
The big thing that we're seeing on our end is it is essential for businesses to put some makeup on, to get a facelift, to make their businesses presentable, because that's 150,000 people that could potentially be repeat. Maybe, not for a solar eclipse, but for coming through. Like, we have plenty of breweries, wineries, fun things to do. We have an arcade in the mall. I'll be talking to him a lot and say, hey, we need to get some stuff going because there's going to be a lot of buying power coming in. And if Kerrville isn't too all that presentable, I think we're going to lose an opportunity there.
It's going to put Kerrville on the maps. And I think we've already been on the maps a couple times.
Yeah, like the Folk Festival.
Johnny Manziel, his era. But other than that, we'll kind of dive a little bit deeper into the solar eclipse and kind of how that can really impact a lot of small and medium-sized businesses here in Kerrville. But let's switch back and let's talk about you, Lauren, and let's talk about kind of how, what you do with the chamber and, what are some things that, the chamber wants to, even bring to events kind of like the solar eclipse. So tell us a little bit more about the Chamber of Commerce and what you do with that profession.
So my main role at the Chamber of Commerce is communications. If you see emails from us, I'm always sending those out. But the big part of what I do is just kind of digital marketing. So social media, email, any of that kind of promotion. That's most of what I do right now.
Yeah, we know nothing of that. No, I come to you a lot for information. You've been doing this for a long time, and you're very proficient in the field, and I'm happy to have you as a resource.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Lauren, what hurdles have you had to overcome in communications, in marketing, and what have you learned from experience that could help businesses?
So I think the big thing is just a lack of time. I mean, that's always, I mean, that's in any area of business, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Time management is always,
Yeah. But when it comes to digital marketing, the big thing I try and do is just kind of come up with a strategy that doesn't rely on you being there 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, scheduling things in advance, making sure things are done ahead of time, kind of helping automate social media.
Yes. Big.
Because social media, if you can automate social media, just get it done and get it out of the way.
Yes.
Hands off.
Yeah, hands off. And with automation, we have dived into automation, and I think it's a great solution. It's affordable. It's something that literally it takes your hands off the wheel for a lot of the services that you can do. So booking, posting, payments, invoicing, follow-ups, like so much you can do with it. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you hit on that because that is something that's huge. It's here. It's no longer the future. And like I said, it's super affordable because I mean, we found a program that was affordable to us. Now we can provide that affordably to others. Yeah. And on that topic of time management, I'm going to plug Small Business Boost Up again. We will go over time management in the program. So week 1, we'll do intros, setting goals, identifying you and your brand, and then we're going to move into basically stopping you from achieving your goals. And a lot of times I expect it's going to be time management and money. So we're going to hit time management really hard. It's going to be pretty much a weekly reminder. Hey, do this exercise, take the time. We talk a lot about like having morning time for yourself and really self-care. So that's something that we're really going to be pushing in the program. And we want a well-balanced business owner, as much as we can.
And give them nuggets as we go along. Like when you're talking kind of about social media, a lot of people think that they know what social media is. They don't realize how strategically you have to, be with social media. You can't just like a post and then send a picture. You got to make sure that you're attracting the Facebook algorithms. And, that's one thing we really like about you is you know so much about Google algorithms and Facebook algorithms. So,
well, and I mean, it certainly used to be that because it used to be just, post the thing that gets the most attention.
Right. Yeah. You can just
not so much the case anymore.
But that sure has changed a lot.
It has. I went from like you can just plug a ton of keywords at the bottom of your web page, and now your first result on Google, and they caught on to that and said, no, you can't do that.
I remember the days of people making white text on white background.
Yes.
Just flooding the page with all these keywords.
I remember being like a teenager, and I would like scroll and like basically like try to select all the text on the page, and there's like this hidden chunk of text. I'm like, what is this weird like Russian code in the bottom of this? Like it's just all these different keywords before I knew what SEO was, but yeah, it was
to be shady.
Super shady. Yeah.
Well, if you are a small, medium-sized business or a big business here in Kerrville, talk to Laura. Come in and just ask Lauren exactly like what are some of the things that you could use help on. Talk to us through the Small Business Boost Up. We really want to be that resource, as Lauren is a resource with us. So the chamber is excellent, and we're working hand in hand with the chamber. We've done a lunch and learn, which they're going to continue that. So there's a lot of resources at the chamber that you guys can take on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But kind of jumping in on our next topic, we kind of shared it a little bit about how to have a significant impact on the Kerrville businesses. April 8th, 2024, a total solar eclipse will occur over Texas and its point of greatest duration. So the spot along the center line where an eclipse is viewable for the longest amount of time is right here in the hill country. So Lauren, we know that this is going to be a historic event for Kerrville. How many visitors? I know you said roughly maybe 120 to 150,000 visitors. So what can local businesses do to prepare for something like that?
So the big thing is going to be retention, because areas that have experienced total eclipses like this in the past. One of their biggest things that they said they wish they had done is they wish they focused more on visitor retention.
Yeah.
And that's, collecting people's emails to stay in touch with them if they have online stores. That's just leaving that really big impression on them so that, we can kind of market it as an area they'll want to come back and visit.
Right. That's huge. So real quick, I want to say, if you're a business owner and you're watching this, drop in the comments, have you thought about the solar eclipse coming up? Because it's something that it's coming up very quickly. Luckily, we have some time to prepare. So I want to know, like, if y'all have any ideas of like, hey, I want to do this with my business. I mean, throw it out there. And top of my head, do we have some kind of event coming on during that time? Like, are we hosting something at the park? Do you know of?
Yeah, so the city has 4 locations that they're going to be marketing for solar eclipse viewing points.
Cool.
Those are going to be available at kerrvilleeclipse.com.
A whole website. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, right now it's so the Visitors Bureau is the one that's kind of doing that right now.
Okay.
And so they'll have a page with all of the information for that. We do have a social media page that we haven't quite launched yet, but we're going to start utilizing that pretty soon. But yeah, right now it's got information on those 4 viewing locations, and we'll have any updates and recommendations that we have for businesses.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, if there's some way to get a business to set up a booth or put a banner up somewhere.
Yeah, and they are looking for vendors out there at the park.
Okay, so you hear that? Come out and vendor. And shout out to the Visitors Bureau. Good on them for putting out a whole website for this whole event. I mean, it's amazing. Definitely marks the spot on the web that, hey, we're here. We're going to be doing this, and it's going to be huge. And we're already talking about getting the sunglasses, the special ones, and brand them.
Yeah.
So do still already if you want to, but we want to put BAMoT on there. Yeah. Well, can you talk a little bit? We're going to switch gears here. We'll come back if you want, but with all this coming up, it can be difficult for businesses to really invest in some merch or putting a lot of outreach out there and kind of preparing for this. So talk a bit about like small business loans, and for those who are struggling with finding funding and marketing for merchandise.
Yeah, and so that's where, like, this is going to be, if you buy merch for this event, it's going to be a guaranteed return.
Yeah.
It's just, especially with something like, like eclipse glasses, the viewing glasses. That's one of the things that's a very low investment.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do anything else, at least do the glasses.
Right.
And go slap a logo on it, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can get those for anywhere from 36 to little over 50 cents a pop, sell them for $2.
Yeah, we're definitely maybe doing
it. Yeah.
So is there a way that we can kind of coordinate with people that want to coordinate? So let's say throwing the idea of the sunglasses out there, how can we make sure not every single business buys 150,000 sunglasses thinking that they're like the only ones doing it? Is there a way that you think we can coordinate this kind of stuff?
Well, so with the chamber specifically, we're kind of offering members a chance to get our quantity discount. So if somebody wants to order like 2,000 pairs of sunglasses, we're extending that discount to our members.
Oh, cool.
And they can put their logo on it. They can choose the design that goes on the glasses. So we can place a group order with a couple different businesses. Okay. And even if we have a bunch of businesses order like even just a couple thousand per business.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I like that. So again, the chamber coming through and with a great resource. If you're not part of the chamber, definitely come through. This is, the time to do it. I know you're kind of planning on having some meetings and stuff like that to kind of coordinate some events around the area. So get involved. We're going to be doing our best to get involved in that. I think as much as we can coordinate and, like I said, give a good facelift and be as presentable as we can, I think this would be huge for us.
Yeah.
But touching on loans for a second, I know a lot of businesses have been, struggling since COVID.
Yeah.
The SBA offers, loans usually through local lenders. But if you go to the Small Business Administration, you can usually find resources and links to whoever offers those locally. But specifically what you want to look for is the microloans that they offer.
Okay.
Because they do offer loans that they're anything under $50,000. They average about 13,000, I think.
Okay.
So something like that is perfect for merchandising.
Yeah.
You know, when you just need the extra stock.
Yeah.
And they tend to be a lot lower interest than going through, you know, a lot of major loan companies. So.
And if you're like me and you're a veteran, there are ways. There are ways to obtain veteran SBA loans. There's a lot of programs out there. There's actually grants, and they're not too hard to get through. There's company in San Antonio and a company in Austin, Texas has done a lot to nurture veteran-owned businesses and small businesses. So if you're a veteran, I go through it's like the SBA veterans something. Google it. I can't remember what it is right now. You basically get a representative, usually in San Antonio, and they kind of walk you through that whole thing. They'll actually coach you and help you out with forming like a business model and trying to apply for funding and stuff like that. They'll help you out a lot there. So
there's resources, guys. You just got to ask. That's one big thing. I went to a conference just last week, and that was one of the biggest things is don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
But Lauren, thank you for joining us. This is awesome. So happy to have the chamber on. I mean, Brad was on here a couple weeks ago. You're on here. We're just so thrilled to have the chamber, supporting our local business. So we thank you for that. Thank you, viewers, for being here, supporting us, giving us the opportunity to really help this community out.
Yeah.
So you want to talk a little bit real quick about the webinar?
Yes. So I'm gonna hit two things. So you notice I'm on this side of the table now. We have an anonymous producer, a really good friend of ours. He's kind of taken over, and I really appreciate that. So now I can kind of be here hands-free and make even more of a fool of myself and not have an excuse. So we're also going to be launching weekly webinars. So last week I did one over the importance of social media, and it's kind of like my way of talking more about how social media can be a sales funnel. This week, I think we're going to be talking a lot about events like the solar eclipse coming through and ways to think about and start planning what you can do with your business to make sure that you're prepared for this. So yeah, that'll be Friday. Every Friday, we're going to try to put out a webinar for probably 30 minutes is what we're going for. And again, Thursday, Small Business Boost Up. Come on in. We have seats, and it's going to be great. Like I said, there's going to be a tight circle of people that we're going to be growing with. And this is our first class doing this. And that's why it's so cheap right now. And but this will be growing as we move on. So this is our entry level. Now we're going to be kind of piecing together for the next level after that. So yeah.
And just because it's cheap, the first class is the most important class.
It is, yeah.
To start this Small Business Boost Up. So you're going to get a lot of extra attention, a lot of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys for being here. That's a wrap. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Have a beautiful Tuesday, y'all. Bye. It's up the upper right-hand corner. The big red part right there.
There we go.